have a difficult time not beating ourselves up for things going wrong in our life, or when we feel like we are making one mistake after the other. Sometimes when you're going through this soul recalibration, because that's what a spiritual awakening is, sometimes when you awaken, there's a certain level of discomfort that you're going to experience because you're unfreezing certain states of being. You're unfreezing certain emotions that you once numbed. And as this is occurring, sometimes you can actually access moments in your childhood or while you were in your mother's womb that you don't have conscious memory of, in which you felt an enormous amount of betrayal, separation, rejection, and those specific traumas, which I'll be going over very soon. These are genetic traumas, and there are a total of 6 genetic traumas, and we all experience these traumas when we come to this planet, because how can you evolve, heal, and grow beyond the level of experience from your bloodline and your past lives without being able to have the experience of something that's the polar opposite? So if you've never experienced being asleep in your level of consciousness, how can you experience enlightenment? How can you awaken? So we live in a world of duality, and so the genetic traumas are inherently embedded within our Akashic record, because we're supposed to be the resolution. And so it's kind of like going to the dentist, right? So usually we go to the dentist when we know we have something going on we need to get done. So maybe a tooth now has started hurting you and it wasn't bothering you before. Nothing like a toothache, let me tell you. So that toothache sends an alert system that you need to go and get something checked out. And you know going to get it checked out is probably going to hurt. You know that they're going to have to poke and prod at that tooth, the gum, to see the depth of whatever is happening, to see how extensive the decay may be on the tooth. So before you experience healing, you have to go through a process of examination, this probing, and that would be the self-reflection. That would be the shadow work. All of the things that we are utilizing to get to the root, key word here, to get to the root of the issue. Because if you just apply numbing medicine to the tooth and don't fix the root of the issue, that pain will continue to return until you get to the root of the issue. But to get to the root, you have to experience the discomfort of examination. Once you make the decision, I'm going to deal with this, you may feel anxiety about going to that initial appointment. You may even feel more pain, just the thought of what you got to go through to get that tooth examined to see what's going on with it. But you know it must be done. This is what it is to awaken. This is what it is to go through this ascension process. So if you're feeling discomfort and pain on your journey, know that the communication is not your failing. The communication is you're doing a great job at getting to the root of the issues. Once we do the examination, most often you can't get whatever the work needs to be done immediately. It could be because there aren't any openings, so there isn't a time slot open for you that day, and you may have to wait. And in that waiting period, you may have to find things that you can do to help you deal with the pain until you can go back to get the dental work done. During that period of time, you may discover things that you can use to help you, like saltwater rinses. Think about it, saltwater rinses. So this would be the tears that we shed as we're going through this process. Sometimes you're so emotionally raw from numbing yourself with whatever substances we use. Could be many things. Narcissistic supply is something that people use to numb themselves from the pain and discomfort of whatever it is about themselves that they don't like or want to hide. So it's not always drugs and alcohol and food. Sometimes it's people. Sometimes it's codependency that we use to numb our pain. Sometimes we become people pleasers to try to numb our own discomfort of not wanting to be rejected or abandoned, not wanting to feel inadequate, not wanting to feel unloved. Maybe it's a discomfort when people don't like you or when people are upset with you. So a lot of different ways we use to cope. In that period of time, you know it's a moment coming where you're going to finally get that tooth dealt with. So that gives you hope to keep going. This is what we must do in the period of the void. And that void space is a space between discovering the root of the issue, discovering that there are solutions, and there's a period of waiting until the divine timing, the divine appointment opens up for you to be able to resolve whatever it is. And this happens in phases. The spiritual awakening happens in phases. And within those phases, there are different cycles. And the cycles are usually symbolized by the 4 elements. So there's a cycle of a lot of mental activity that you may use to deal with whatever is happening, which is being intellectual. There's a cycle of the water aspect, which is the emotional aspect that you may be going through. There's a cycle of the fire aspect, the purification that you may be going through. There is a cycle of the earth aspect, where you're looking for ways to ground yourself while you're going through this void process until the divine appointment opens up for you to resolve whatever the issue is. The next thing that happens is you finally go to get the resolution. Now, once you get there, let's say the resolution is going to be $6,000 and you only have $5,000. Well, that may mean that you may have to make some investments. You may have to borrow some money. You may have to work a little more to make the money to get it. So now it's delayed. And this happens oftentimes because we haven't invested in ourselves enough to resolve the root of the issue. The investment could be booking a reading, getting clarity, learning your natal chart, using astrology. You're investing in yourself with self-care. You're investing in yourself with more self-love. You're investing in yourself by protecting the value you're placing in yourself by exercising boundaries and dynamics that may not be healthy for you. So these are the investments that you make. Every action, every thought that we have, the energy that we create is an investment in who we are. It's an investment in the way our reality will be shaped. Now you get to a point where you have invested enough, you have done the soul work, you have built yourself up, you have increased your confidence, you're feeling better about the routines that you have, the rituals that you're using, your ceremonies, the soul tribes that you are connecting with, the teachers that you listen to, the motivational messages that you seek out, the books that you're reading. All of these things now are all coming together and you're feeling more confident. And this is another phase in the spiritual awakening where you feel more confident that what you hope for is going to happen because you know that you're investing yourself in doing the work. Now, once you have done the investments, now you can reach the resolution. And the resolution is going to be what is going to remedy the root of the issue. In that process, there is another procedure where you're going to have to go through x-rays, right, before the resolution is done to get a great look at the root and what's happening. This could be the next level where you're looking into your Akashic record. You're learning about the epigenetics of certain traumas in your bloodlines. You're learning more about your chakras and inner child healing. So this is the next level where you are looking deeper. And as we have recently went through Scorpio season, that transit helped us to look deeper. So this is the stages of reaching a resolution for the roots of certain traumas. And there are 6 types of genetic traumas that injure the essence of who we are, in which we come here to co-create an experience, to learn about ourselves and overcome these things. Those 6 types of injuries are the trauma of suppression, the trauma of shame, the trauma of denial, the trauma of rejection, the trauma of guilt, and the trauma of separation. Now, these genetic traumas are encoded into your human design, into your natal chart, and it's usually due to the subconscious energy carried by the planet Mars. And so in the human design, which is a combination of Kabbalah, the I Ching, and all types of astrology created by Ra-Uru, that is going to show you what your specific trauma is that you have come to heal in this lifetime. So with these genetic traumas, there will be certain things that you can do, certain environments, certain ways that you eat, certain ways that you make decisions. How long it takes you to make a decision is going to depend on your human design. So if you have the trauma of rejection, and most of us do, everybody has experienced all of these traumas. But in this lifetime, there is one specific trauma based on your human design that will help you to actually invest your time and energy and attention into what's specific for you. And when I discovered this and started using this a few years ago, it made my journey so much easier because I wasn't all over the place. I wasn't trying to heal all 6 of these traumas at one time. And when you're scattered like that, it will cause you to burn out. And it will cause you to actually slow down the process of your ascension. So with that being said, I am doing Akashic record readings where I'm intuitively reading your human design chart and sharing with you ways to overcome this. Now, this is something that takes me a few days to put together for each client. So once you book your human design Akashic record reading to delve into your specific genetic traumas, I will pull up calculations, do my assessment intuitively, and then I will send you a file with all of the information relating to you. And in the actual reading where we can discuss some of the things in your file, I'm going to give you solutions. And these solutions will be customized to you, your experience, your past lives, your epigenetic trauma. And this is going to help to gain clarity on your purposes in life. So I will be putting the link to this in the description. And if this is something that resonates with you, be sure to just click that link and book your appointment. Bookings often fill up pretty quickly. So if this is resonating now, go ahead and book it. Don't put it off. And expect to receive a message from me. Make sure that you check your email and also become a member of our tribe so that I can message you through the chat. And it's just a much quicker way to respond Because oftentimes we're not checking all of our emails every day. And I get it. I get 20,000 to 30,000 emails a day across all of my emails. And it's a lot to go through. So having that chat function and becoming a member of the tribe, downloading the Spaces app is going to help to speed up our back and forth communication, because I am going to send you the file and I want you to look at the file over, highlight any areas that you want to discuss so that we're able to more effectively and efficiently move through your reading and get to the root. Okay? All right. Namaste, Namaste. Peace, one love. Ashe.